Hi,
Hey,
we have an announcement.
we do.
Marley's vasectomy failed and you're pregnant. I'm kidding. I'm pregnant.
Wait, this is what we should do. This is what we should do on Instagram. We should be like, who do you think is pregnant? Okay, we need to start from the beginning. I am
I
so
thought you were going to say
excited.
start over. I was going to say, did you not like that?
No, that was great.
Okay.
But we need to start from the beginning. I also want to just like cut to you taking a shot on live
Oh,
television.
God, Rachel. You guys. Turns out, me thinking I was hungover, I was pregnant. There's a lot to unpack.
It happens to the best of us. You didn't know. You didn't know. Baby's
No.
gonna be
And
fine.
the tiny, they can be very sturdy. And
Very sturdy. It's just a clump of cells at that point. I mean, I
Yeah.
was on Molly when I was pregnant with Otto, I think.
I love
Like,
that.
Very, very early on. Yeah.
I love that. When I was pregnant with my son the weekend before, I had like, I mean, I was drinking. It was like I was 20 years old. I was drinking so much.
Because you
shots.
were a little
Yeah.
tiny,
Just a little baby.
young thing. Yeah.
I was in hot tubs. I was,
Oh,
and then found out I was pregnant. So, it's neither here nor there.
it's so exciting. We're having a baby, you guys.
We are having a baby, you guys. All of us together. But I do, whenever I talk to Rachel, I say, it's our baby.
It's our baby. No, I have to come. Like, I have to come down.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
I have to come down because I haven't held a newborn in 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Newborns are my absolute favorite. And I just want to obviously like help you, but
Oh, yeah.
mostly
be
hold the
great.
baby.
Yeah, of course.
No, I have to. Also, okay, so let's just start from the beginning because
Yes.
I feel like people are going to have questions about like how you decided, all of that stuff, how you told your
Well-
husband, all of that.
I guess also in case anybody doesn't know our voices, I'm Caitlin, and
Oh, yeah,
I'm the
that's
one
Kate.
that's pregnant.
That's Caitlin.
Okay.
I'm Rachel. I already have 3 children,
Yeah.
so I'm good.
Well, you know what? I've said from the beginning of our relationship, this has just been a slow single white female situation for me and you. And I feel like this is my final stop, is I have to have the exact same family structure and setup as you.
You know what's going to be so funny is if it's a girl,
I
because then we really will have
I love that.
little Claire.
Yeah.
Then we really will have the exact
same.
same setup.
Wouldn't that be a dream?
It would be.
I know.
Although, I mean, and I love what we have. Otto sometimes does say he wishes that he had had a little brother. So you really can't go wrong.
No. And my son has said that too. And then I'm like, well, if it's not, will you still be happy? And he says, yeah. And I think my husband is terrified of having a boy. But I think the difference is we don't have to match a little boy's energy because my son will match it.
He'll totally take care of it.
Exactly.
It'll be great. Yeah.
So that's
No,
what I'm thinking.
either way, it'll be wonderful. Okay. So take us back. I mean, we've done episodes on this too. We could even link in the show notes of like you kind of agonizing over this decision.
Right. Correct. Correct.
And trying to decide like, do I want the third or am I done?
Right.
How did you guys kind of come around to just going for it? Or did you not really?
So, as you've said, I have talked about this many times. Couldn't stop talking about it. I mean, even the cashier at Trader Joe's asked me once, and I launched into a 30-minute I was like, thank you so much for asking. Like, I need to...
Honestly, I'm sure they were thrilled to hear it. Like, they seem really desperate for conversation over there.
I mean, truly, they cannot stop. It is truly something I thought about every single day, multiple times a day. I could not stop thinking about it. I could not stop feeling like, I mean, I never had the feeling of I'm done at 2. I just kept feeling like I think I'm supposed to have another. I would see pictures of families with 3 kids, and that felt so right to me. And, you know, the thing they say of look around your Thanksgiving table in 30 years and who do you want there? I also saw something on Instagram that was this psychologist, I think, or therapist who was saying, you know, people will try to rationalize what they do or don't do. And it's also okay to just want what you want. And
Right.
that was huge for me because I think we've talked about this also, and you and I have talked about this personally, that for whatever reason in LA, people are like blown away by the thought of having a third child.
Yeah, it's kind of the same here. I think probably because cost of living in California is high.
Totally.
Yeah.
But
But
people look at you like you're crazy if you say you want to have a third child. Whereas
yeah,
I
you
think
may as well be like a Mormon
a Duggar.
living. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. It's like, I'm telling you I'm having my third, not my 19th. Like, I think
Right.
we're going to be okay. But so there was a lot of, I was like scared to say I wanted it because I felt like I was getting in my personal life from family members, like not positive reinforcement about it, which is kind of a difficult place to be in.
Yeah.
And I just realized like, yes, it will be hard, but I think it will be wonderful. And I know there's a reason I can't stop thinking and feeling about it. And I just wanted it, and it's okay to want it. And so weirdly enough, actually, when listen, I understand how babies are made. And I have had very weird periods my entire life. Like when I got pregnant with my son, I had gone off birth control. I've been on birth control for like 16 years. I went off of birth control in December, and then I got my period once, and then was pregnant with my son. I got pregnant like the end of May. So
Okay.
I never knew when I was ovulating. Like I've always had very irregular periods. Before this baby, I had a cycle that was like 40 days, where my
Oh
period was
God.
like 14 days late, but I still got it. So I had
Weird.
been tracking my ovulation, not for the intended purpose of getting pregnant, but also just to be like, what the fuck is going on with my body? Like,
Right.
I don't know and I'm using these apps, and I'm like, these apps are not
No,
great.
you have to do. Did you do like the strips and the temperature
So I did the
checks?
strips. I didn't do the temperature, but
The
based
temperature
on
was weirdly accurate for me
see,
when I
I
was
think
doing
that's the
it.
way you got to do it.
Yeah.
That's the way you got to do it.
Yeah.
But I was taking the strips, and the strips never said I was ovulating. I never got like a peak ovulation
Weird.
on all the strips. So I was like, so again, I know how babies are made, but I wasn't
Right.
like, oh, I'm ovulating. I'm having sex on this day.
Let's do it. Right. Right. Right.
I didn't know. So then the day my period was due was the day we were going to New York.
Right.
So I took a pregnancy test. Well, okay, first. Okay. So the weekend before we went to New York, I took a pregnancy test because I was
Okay.
like,
I was
need to
wondering
know
if you were going to talk about this.
yeah, because I was like, I need to know if I need to pack tampons
Yeah.
and pads.
Right.
So I take a test, and it comes up with a faint line of positive. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I didn't respond well. I showed my husband. He did not respond well. It
Yeah.
was dark. And then my husband was like, wait, what is this? And it was an ovulation test. So it wasn't even a pregnancy test. So I was like, wait, never mind. Scratch that. Like, rewind. Then I took a real pregnancy test. Negative.
Right.
Took one again, like 2 days later, right before we left. Negative. So I'm like,
and you had said, because when we got to New York, I was like, did you take a test?
yes.
And you had said that you guys were like a little bit relieved, like, oh yeah, we kind of freaked out when we thought it was
Yes.
positive, so like maybe we should wait.
Yes. No, we had fully decided we were going to wait.
Little did
And
we
we
know
were
you were literally pregnant.
Yeah, and we were very happy with the decision to wait. We were like, we both were like, oh, that is like a weight off our shoulders. Like, we're so glad it's not happening right now. And little did I know. Then I get to New York, and I'm like, taking shots on Watch What Happens Live. We're having drinks.
Mhm.
We're doing all of that. And then I'm on the flight home, and I get motion sickness anyways, but I was like, oh, I don't feel good. And I still hadn't gotten my period. But again, I'd had an experience where I hadn't gotten my period for 14 days after the app told me I should.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'll take a test just to know for sure, even though I was convinced for sure I wasn't. And wouldn't you know, it was positive. And I took a picture of it, and I sent it to you, and I said, oh, exclamation mark.
And can I just tell you, I fucking knew it.
No, you didn't.
Knew it. I knew it. For some reason, like you telling me, oh yeah, it's negative. Like I just, for some reason, had a feeling, because the same thing happened to me with my third, weirdly, where
No way.
I was taking tests all week because I actually did track my ovulation. I knew like we had unprotected sex while I was ovulating. And I just have always been pretty fertile. So I was like, I had to have gotten pregnant. Like I just know. And I took test after test after test. They were all negative.
Wow.
And then I took one like maybe a week later, not even quite a week later, and it was positive. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I went in the trash and looked at all the other ones, and they were positive.
No.
Yeah. I wasn't like waiting long enough before looking at them.
Oh, that'll get you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wonder if like it was a situation like that with you where it was
No.
a false
Because I took pictures of I like went back and looked because one of them was still in my trash.
Oh,
and I went back and looked and it was negative.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, when it's still very new, it's like it's so
Yeah.
faint and it takes a
Well,
while to show up.
and
But I just had a feeling that it was in there.
That's wild. I did
Yeah.
not. I really was like, we're good to go. And what's so funny too is I felt so skinny and I was like fitting into pants and I was like, I look so good. I'm feeling so great. I'm
Little
taking
did you know that was
shots.
the last
That was the
hurrah.
last time. That was a swan song goodbye for those pants.
Okay, so are we going to name the baby Tamara or
Andy?
Ariana?
Or Andy. Andy goes both ways. Girl or boy.
Andy's actually so cute for a girl.
So cute for her. I mean, well, we'll workshop it, but it's
Yeah.
not bad.
Or is Claire the ghost going to come? Oh, maybe do Claire as a middle name.
Well, Claire, I think, is a middle name. And I was talking about that with my husband, and he was like, I never agreed to that. And I said, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't want to be haunted for the rest of my life. Do you? I didn't agree to it either.
If people don't know what we're talking about, this was from like a very early episode where Caitlin talks about her dead relative Claire coming back and saying, like, basically, why haven't you named any of your children after me?
Okay. So I had a psychic reading. This is what happened. I had a psychic reading, and all of these spirits were coming through, and I didn't know any of them. And he was like, Claire's here. And I was like, I don't fucking know a Claire. Claire wasn't any of my grandparents, whatever. And he's like, Claire is telling me you're going to have a third baby, and you have to name it Claire, and it's going to be a girl. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know Claire, so that's not happening. And he was like, Claire keeps talking to me about Cinco de Mayo. And I'm like, well, maybe she was drunk and stumbled into the wrong person's like psychic reading because I don't know her. Long story short, Claire was my dad's grandma. And she said I had to name the baby Claire. So I'm like, well, listen, I didn't agree to it either, but like, I don't want to be haunted forever. Do you? I don't know what Claire is capable of.
And the Cinco de Mayo thing was because she was born in May. And
on May 5th.
And isn't your due date in May?
Yes.
I mean,
well,
come on.
Here's the thing that's fun. Okay. My due date is May 30th.
Okay, well, holiday weekend. Holiday weekend.
Holiday weekend. My birthday is June 2nd. My husband's birthday is also in June. We are 2 June Geminis. So here's the thing. I know some people are like, oh my God, how fun sharing a birthday with a baby, like the best birthday gift ever. Fuck
no.
that.
No.
I need my attention. I need my day. I will not welcome a baby on my birthday, okay? That's a hard and fast rule.
That's fair enough. No,
yeah.
I don't like when people in the immediate family have to share a birthday at all. It's bad enough 2 of my kids are in the same week.
Yeah.
And they're also in the same week as my brother-in-law and my mother-in-law. It's just a lot. And it's like, yeah, everybody deserves their own day, including
everybody
you.
deserves their own day. The second piece of that is, I think, and I say this with love because I'm talking about myself, June Geminis. When you think of the bad things about a Gemini, you're thinking of a June Gemini. We're talking about a Kanye West, a Donald Trump.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Me. Yeah. Don't even, I know. It's a lot.
My sister is a June Gemini. She's the day right before you. She's lovely.
We're early June Geminis. We're lovely,
different.
but there's something within her that hasn't awoken yet. We'll touch on that in another episode.
Okay.
I would prefer a May Gemini. I cannot be in a household with 3 June Geminis.
No, I think May. I think we should try to get you to go early, like a week early. That way there's a nice buffer.
Absolutely. And this is the thing. It's so funny because with my daughter, my second baby, I was like, I'm having unmedicated. I'm not having a single thing. I'm getting to the hospital at 9 centimeters and this baby's flying out of me. Like, I don't want anybody near me. I don't want anybody touching me. I don't want to know the sex, all of that. Yeah. This time I'm around, I'm like, I actually don't give a fuck about any of that. Like, I would love to have another unmedicated delivery. But again, my priority is this baby is not welcome past May 30th. Right. So if I can't get this baby out of me naturally, I'll induce a week early.
Will you?
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm actually open to it. I'm open to it.
Great. I mean, you're a doula, so you know all the things.
Yeah.
So that's great. I love that.
Yeah. So that's my plan.
I mean, the third baby, my third was late, but she did really slide right out.
Yeah.
So that part is at least nice that it'll probably be a pretty quick labor.
Yeah. I mean, well, they say thirds are real wild cards. That like typically the second is always going to be faster and earlier, but the third you never know.
Interesting. It's been the opposite for me. My first was born on his due date, which is so classic him. And my second was only a few days late. Lenny was like over a week late.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. They had me scheduled to be induced. They wanted to induce me and I just didn't go to the appointment.
I love that.
And then I went into labor the next day. I was like, see?
Yeah. See? Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. But those are my guidelines. Is that like this is a May baby.
Okay. Yeah, I feel May. It
Me
feels May.
too. Me too. It
100%.
feels so I don't feel like, oh, I'm just saying this and it's not going to happen. I'm just speaking the reality.
Also, selfishly, like I would love to be able to come down on a long weekend and spend Memorial
Fantastic.
Day in LA.
Fantastic.
Are you going to have a doula? Do doulas have doulas?
Doulas absolutely have doulas because it's like doulas are the worst patients.
Which makes so much sense. So do you have someone lined up that you want?
So my same doula, Catherine Deeb, if you're in Florida or elsewhere, because she's based in Florida. Listen to this.
You're going to fly her in?
Listen, I flew her in last time, which thank God I did, or it would have been like just me alone with a resident giving birth.
Right, because your husband didn't make it there.
I called her and I said, I'm having a baby. I'm due in May. She said, I'm already going to be in LA in May.
Perfect. Okay, so May has to happen.
May has to happen.
Okay, great.
So I'm having Catherine as my doula, which I cannot wait. You know, we'll see as it goes along. I'm having a male OBGYN. That is shocking for me.
Wow. I know how I feel about that.
So the only reason why I'm having him is because doulas like him because he's very hands-off.
Oh, perfect.
And it's so hard in LA to find a hands-off
male
OBGYN.
Doctor. Okay.
Or a male doctor. Listen, I have to ignore that he's a man. Because
I mean, if he's not even going to be around, then so be it.
Well, when I saw him, when I met him, I was like, I went in and I was like, I just want this baby to fly out of me. I don't want to do this, this, this. He was like, great, we'll just have a baby. Like, I'll see you there. And I was like, that's actually the exact attitude that I want
That's
from
the
someone.
energy you need. And that's exactly the right energy for a third baby, by the way.
Exactly. So I went in today for an ultrasound and they called me before and they were like, the doctor has a scheduled surgery now, so he's going to be a little late. You can still come in and do the ultrasound and the vitals, and he'll call you. Is that okay? If I was a first-time mom, I would have been like, oh my God, what do you mean I'm not going to talk to the doctor?
Right.
I said to the person on the phone, I said, I've got nothing to say to him. Like, I'll see him at the birth. Like, I don't need anything from this man.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny, the difference between the first and the second for sure, but especially the third. Like, Marley didn't even come to half the appointments.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really even want to go to most of the appointments. I was just kind of like, do we need to be doing this?
Yeah. No, I absolutely feel that way. And
Are they treating you different because you're older this time?
Well, yeah, I do have to go in for more screenings initially at the beginning because I am a geriatric pregnancy of advanced maternal age.
So fucking
Did
rude.
you ever hit that? You never hit that, did you?
No, because I had Lenny at 34.
Wow.
Was I 34? Yes, because I'm now 37.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had just turned 34 when I had her.
When I had my daughter, I had turned 35 like at halfway through the pregnancy.
Oh, okay.
But this time already they were like, "Oh, you're coming in for this and this and this."
Well,
and I
mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to just have the peace of mind that everything's clicking along well in there.
Yeah.
So
sure.
how have you been feeling?
Well, Rachel, I appreciate you asking because unfortunately you've been inundated with text messages in your personal life about this. And I'll break it down for you. Physically, like absolute trash. Until last week, thank God, I felt better. But I felt knock on wood, and I'm so thankful. I don't know how people have multiple children who have like real morning sickness. Like Kate Middleton, who had hyperemesis, whatever, where oh wait, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I just muted myself because we have tree trimmers outside and my dog is losing her fucking mind. So sorry.
I thought
you're talking
you had trick-or-treaters.
No. It's a little late for that.
Yeah.
No, it's like a whole war with my neighbor we're having. I'll talk about it at another time. But no, HG, when I see women talking about that, I'm just like, I don't know how you ever decide to have another child if you've gone through that once. It's like I can't imagine anything worse than that because I have had just regular pregnancy nausea and that's horrific enough.
Horrific. No, 1,000%. So I never had that. I just had like regular morning sickness and thankfully I've turned the corner for the most part, which is great. But I really felt horrible and I felt so disconnected from my Instagram because I just didn't feel good and I didn't care about anything.
Yeah.
Mentally, I will say, and I think it's important to share different experiences. I am not someone whose first reaction is excitement or joy when finding out pregnant. Even when it has been like very planned and not controversial, quote unquote, like my first and second, my immediate response is anxiety, panic, doubt. Like 2 months ago, me who was like super down with this, I'm like, I don't fucking know her. I don't know what
Yeah.
she was thinking.
Well, because
She's
now it's
crazy.
real.
Well,
Yeah.
now it's real. So I did have a very hard time wrapping my brain around it. I think it's also because I felt like people were going to judge me, which again is crazy, but
And
it was a,
by the way they did.
yes, well, exactly. I did actually get some not good reactions from close family, which was insane. And I
Yeah.
had to like call family out on that.
Yeah.
But that really put a damper on things. Today at the ultrasound appointment was the first time I felt like a little excited and happy.
Good.
Yes, which was very nice because for the most part I felt like this was a mistake. I should not have done this. I don't know what I was thinking. And again, very grateful, but I think those are also very real feelings that a lot of people have, but they're scared to say them.
Of course. Yeah, no, of course. All the feelings are normal. And I think it's also normal to feel all of them at once sometimes and to like cycle through. How did your husband react when you told him, like, actually, I am pregnant?
Okay, so I will say actually the second time was much more positive. I was glad we had a trial run to get
There
out
you go.
the initial responses. Because the second time around he was much more positive. He is just like also same as me, immediately like, "Oh my god, what were we thinking? Why did we think that was something that was okay to do?" But today when I sent him the ultrasound video, I was like, "Does that make you a little more excited?" And he was like, "How could you not be excited? Like it's just a little baby that wants us to love them."
Oh
Which
my
is very sweet.
God.
But
Cute.
he did say like, "I actually don't want to talk about it or think about it." He's like, "I'll deal with it when it's here."
Well,
And I said,
okay.
"Sure, we all have our own ways of dealing. Like,
Maybe
whatever you
like
need."
maybe like in April he could start dealing with it and thinking about it.
Sure.
Ish.
There's not much I need from him.
Just a little.
Yeah, that's fine. But I, with my second, was very passionate about not finding out the sex of the baby. I wanted it to be a surprise. I was obsessed with that. This time around, I don't actually really care either way. And my husband was shockingly passionate about finding out. And I was
Interesting.
like,
Okay.
yeah, and I was like a little weirded out by how strong his response was. And
Okay.
I said, okay, well, if you care that much, I don't care enough the opposite way to fight you. Like, that's fine. And I was like, but why do you care? And he was like, because if it is a boy, I do need time to like wrap my head around having another boy.
Oh,
So I think he's a
okay.
little worried about that.
Okay. Well,
But
that's good. That's self-aware.
yeah. So we're going to find out. I'm going to let my sister surprise me, but not in like a cheesy way. I said, I want you to do it in a really weird way. I was like, I want my brother-in-law to break into my house at 3 a.m. and scream like, girl, and then run out. Or boy. Like I want something super weird.
She'll be good at that. I feel like
I think so too.
yeah,
If there's
she'll get
any two
it.
people that will do it, it's them.
That is so good. Okay, so wait, so for the first and the second, you were surprised or just for the first?
No, just for the second, because the first I
Oh,
was in a
just for the
past life
second.
regression where I met the soul of my baby and it was a boy. He told
Right,
me it was
of
a boy.
course.
So I was like, we
Of
don't even
course.
need to do this.
Of
Now, the
course.
psychic, all of the various family members, the past family members who came through the psychic who I'd never known before, all told me it's a girl.
I believe it's a girl.
I feel it's a
That
girl.
is my guess. I will be surprised if it's a boy.
Yeah. I think I would be very happy with a girl. I also wouldn't mind a boy. I think a boy would be sweet. And then my daughter would be the only girl, which would be fun. But
Totally.
I do
Yeah.
also having a sister. There is nothing like a sister relationship.
I know. That's the thing that like with our third, I mean, once you have one of each, it truly doesn't matter. But since I
Right.
only have sisters, that's just all I know. And so I was
Right.
like, it's such a special thing. I really would love that for my daughter.
Yeah.
But now that Lenny is here, like she may as well be a boy. It wouldn't matter.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it really doesn't
Right.
matter.
It really doesn't.
It's they all get along and they all have their own little bonds and it's just so
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I think it'll be great. I think it will be terrifying. I think, I tell myself like the first 2 years will feel really hard.
Yeah.
But the more kids you have, the faster that time goes. Like, I can't believe my daughter is already 2.
It goes so fast. And I think when you know it's your last one, like with our second, we really didn't know if we were going to be able to have a third. So we really did kind of like treat her like she might be our last. And then
Mhm.
this time we knew like, okay, this is our last, like for sure. And you definitely just, kind of soak it in more, and you've already been through it twice, so you know, like, even when it sucks and it's hard, you know it ends.
Yeah.
You know you can get through it. You know it goes so fast, and you just kind of like, I don't know, you savor it a little bit more because you're like, I'm never
Yeah.
going to have these moments again. And I
Right.
don't know. I think just that different perspective helps a lot, even if it's really hard at first. I mean, honestly, the thing with 3 that's the hardest is just the logistics.
Right. And I'm very thankful in that both of my kids will be in school. So
Which is so good. Yeah.
which is so good. So they'll be gone for a good chunk of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And we will then have childcare. I don't know how people do it with older kids at home. I truly don't.
Like people that homeschool and stuff.
No, or just like you have 2 under 2 or something. So the
Oh, yeah.
second
No,
is
no.
like, what are
No,
they
no.
doing?
No. Having like super close age gaps like that, I don't know how
Oh, I don't know
people
how people do
survive the day.
it. I don't either. I don't either.
I
But
really don't.
I think it will be hard and then it will be great. And then I saw this Instagram reel that was like basically saying 2 kids are the hardest because you still are trying to focus on them with the way you focused on the first. And like you think you can and you're trying and it doesn't
3, you
work.
just give up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just give up. And so
You have to just give in. It's so true. It's actually very, very freeing.
yeah. And so that is what I'm really holding on to. And I'm excited about that. And they were like, 2 kids are still trying to be like militant about things. 3 kids, like, they're just going to show up at your house one day and say, like, we're here to play. And like, they're operating in their own world, in their own time. And I am
Totally.
into that. But I did also
Totally.
text you and I said, would you still be my friend if I did extinction style sleep training on this baby? Because I don't know if I could take another non-sleeper.
And I said, maybe you will just get lucky with
Yes.
having a little unicorn sleeper after
Let's
everything
put
you've been
that
through.
energy in of like, this is going to be the sleeper. It's all hitting with this one.
It's just going to be the sleeper.
Yeah.
It's funny because our third is like our least independent sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Like she still doesn't sleep through the night and she's 3. She still comes into our bed.
Mm-hmm.
So from that perspective, she's like our worst sleeper and our hardest. But for some reason, again, you don't care about anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as hard. It felt so much harder with my first. The sleep deprivation nearly killed me with my first. And with my third, it's like I barely clocked it. You just keep going.
Yeah. And I also think too, when I think about like having to deal with that again, I'm like, well, the other 2 kids will be so much older and self-sufficient and
exactly
that it's like not even a thing.
No, exactly. And it's funny too with their ages, how long 9 months truly is. Like from the time you're finding out you're pregnant now to the time the baby's actually here, your kids are going to mature so much. Like I remember when I was still breastfeeding my middle when I got pregnant with my third, still nursing her to sleep. She still like needed me to put her down. And then by the time the baby was born, we were weaned and my husband could put her to bed and she slept through the night in her own room.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like that all happened within the span of the pregnancy, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm sure I'll have more feelings about that. And today I was even it's the classic things of like, oh my God, what will all our life be like? Will my older will my daughter be so sad? But
no,
you think
she'll
that
love
for
it.
Every new child that comes in.
She'll love it.
Yeah.
It'll be like her little baby.
It will be her little baby. And this is a treat surprise for everybody because I'm going to announce tomorrow. I mean, depending on when you listen to this, but I did want our righties or whatever we're going to call ourselves.
What are we calling ourselves?
I don't know. To know first, but we'll do another episode where I'll put a question box on my inbox so you guys can actually ask questions if there's anything we didn't cover.
Perfect.
And we'll go over it more.
Perfect. Are you craving anything? That's always my biggest question.
Well, you asked me that the other day, and I said, I'm just craving thousands of calories in one meal. That's basically it. No specific foods. Okay. Just like I'm a nauseous person. It's like when you're hungover and you're nauseous and you're just eating your way to that one meal that you think is going to heal you.
Yes.
That's what I've been doing. So I'm not nauseous in like I can't eat. I'm nauseous in that like I can't stop eating because I hope that will save me.
Well, it might. You never know.
You never know. So I think I already gained like 7 pounds because I can't stop eating.
Great. That's what you need.
Yeah.
You need all of those nutrients. You do.
Well, they need more nutrients and less Panda Express, but well, they're cross to bear when they're born.
Panda Express does. They have vegetables in their noodles and stuff, right? So you're good.
Sure. Absolutely.
Fiber.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Anything else to share at this point, or do we want to wait for the Q&A?
No, let's wait for the Q&A.
Okay, great. That'll be so fun. Also, since this is coming out Monday, we just chose our new book, which is called The Compound for book club.
Yes.
I'm going to start it tonight. I'm very excited. Have you started it yet?
I haven't started it yet. I'm trying to finish up this 700-page book about the building of Stonehenge set in 2500 BC that I just slipped in between our other two books. I will start it soon.
God.
And a quick disclaimer, which it's a fantastic book. A quick
Sounds
disclaimer that we've heard The Compound is dark, but very good. But when I said that to Rachel was like, our first book was Manacled. Like, people know this isn't, we go all over. So
we're going dark.
Yes, disclaimer that it's dark, but apparently very, very good, and a book that you want to talk about with people when you read it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And okay, great. Great. All right. Well, go back to your closet cleaning. Are you still doing that or is it done?
I was, but now I'm just getting texts from my husband saying that our daughter is awake and screaming and insane, and I put her down right before this, and I guess she's been awake since I walked out the room. So
okay, well, you better go.
Okay. So glad I'm bringing another one into this. I get to do it all over again.
You've got it all together. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh.